Hey, hey. Holly's here. All right. So today is new release day. And we have our Oz release. This is Dorothy and Toto. And this is Scarecrow Brains. And so we have these new stamp sets. I can show you the other ones as well. We also have the Tin Man. This is called Tin Heart. And we have Courage of a Lion, which is the one I'm going to be coloring today. And this pairs well with our poppy flower. This is called Proud Poppy. But as you know, in the movie, The Field of Poppies makes them fall asleep. Our stamp sets are based on the books, not the movie, but we did already have the stamp set, so, you know. We have sequins, which are called Ruby Slipper. And I thought that I would pour some out for you so you could see what they look like. We also have a new vinyl sticker that's called Squad Goals. Thought it was super duper cute. And we have a brand new stencil that is called Weather Balloon. It's a scene builder, so it's double layers. And you can create a hot air balloon and a tornado and some clouds and all of that kind of stuff. So it doesn't have to be used in conjunction with this, but you can use that as well. Let me set these aside and show you the sequins. Excuse me. So I have a candy cup and I'm just going to pour these out. So very cool, very pretty, very sparkly, and I'm sure if I pour them out of here, I'll send these to Holly. You can see that there's like little stars in there as well. So lots of cool prettiness going on. I'm gonna dump them everywhere for you, Holly. Love, love, love. There we go. So here's my little bit of sequins. I may or may not be using them today, but here they are. Okay, so I have Courage of a Lion sitting right here, and we're gonna get to coloring. Pull my markers over here to me. Grab this. Now, the lion is usually like an orangey yellow, so I'm gonna look through my color cards, and I really like this color for his mane. I think that's a pretty color. And then for his body, I want him to be like that color. Oh, hi, April. So I'm gonna grab these two color blends. and we'll get started. How are you, Miss April? Did you see our release today? I mean, it is kind of everywhere. Okay, so move those out of the way and we will get to coloring. I'm sure you'd like me to zoom in. So there we go. You're in bed today? Well, then it's perfect that you can hang out and watch me color. I'm here to entertain you, my friend. Okay, so I'm going to start with his arms. And I'm going to color his body smooth so that I can put a bunch of texture in his hair. Now, I could texture his body as well, but I want to draw attention to this big old mane that he has. So, that's what I'm going to do. Right? Isn't it perfect? Works out great that I can keep you entertained while you're hanging out in bed. All right. So if you missed out, today is, well, this weekend is the last weekend for the t-shirt, sweatshirt, tank top pre-order. I will be placing our order on Monday. We do need a few more people to order so that we're not like stuck with stock in hand. So if you are wanting a t-shirt or a hoodie or a tank top, please, please, please go purchase today or tomorrow. The t-shirt sizes are unisex. The tank top sizes, I would say, are unisex too, but I think they're a little bit more on the female sizing, if I was going to guess. And the hoodies are for sure unisex sizing, but they fall a little bit more on the male size of the spectrum. Oh, hey, bestie. Please order your t-shirts and hoodies and tank tops separately, as they will ship separately because they are a pre-order. Of course, I don't know. I mean, we're kind of down to the wire now, and as we informed earlier on the new release live, the stamp company made a boo-boo and sent our March release instead of our February release. So, our February release will not be shipped until I get home. That's this Oz release. Will not be shipped until I get home from South Carolina next week. We are going to a show next weekend in South Carolina, in Columbia. So if you live in that area, you can come visit us. Check us out at the Stamp and Scrap Art Tour. We're really looking forward to that show. It's going to be our first time at that show. So it'll be really fun. We're doing the make and take there on Friday night, which is sold out, so sorry if you're just learning about that. And then we will be there Saturday and Sunday. I believe the hours are 10 to 5 or 10 to 6 on Saturday, and then 10 to either 2 or 3 on Sunday. Can't remember. I think it's 3. And then I fly home Monday, and then I will be shipping orders on Tuesday. Yeah, the stencil guides will be back in stock as well, which is going to be great because maybe I can finally get one for myself. I would really like to have some stencil guides. 3 p.m. on Saturday. Thank you. Or I mean Sunday. And I have all the packaging ready for those. Yay! Alright, so we're going to go back to our first color. We're going to color his body. I'm not coloring him completely smooth. I'm putting a little bit of texture in him because I'm coloring on our current purple label paper. And this paper is kind of like Express It paper a bit. It's built completely different than Express It, but it kind of reacts like Express It. So we, our next batch, we redid it a little bit because we don't really enjoy how Express It reacts, but I know there's a lot of Express It people out there. And so it's great, great, great coloring paper. Don't get me wrong. But Express It paper reacts slightly differently than what Sandy and I are used to now. And so we wanted to make sure that we were gonna make the paper the way that we wanted it for sure. So we tweaked the recipe just a little bit. We think you guys will like it better too. Oh yeah, this was printed as a digital image because I did not have the stamp set yet when I did this. So this is the entire stamp set. So if you have the current purple label paper, color. You are gonna love it. However, it goes through your printer amazingly. Because, I mean, just like Holly said, look at this crisp black color. Look at how bright the markers are on it. So awesome. Check it out. And it's great for creating texture. Wait until I color the hair. You're gonna see. You'll be like, whoa. Just like that. Whoa. What are you guys doing this weekend? What's up? What's cracking? Do you guys like the 2 o'clock time slot? Seems like I get more people tuning in. Apparently y'all aren't morning people like me. Which I'm sure just made Sandy laugh, because she's for sure not a morning person like me. I just sent her the cutest video of a raccoon who is like a domesticated raccoon, and he sleeps in a dresser drawer. And so the girl that owns him, she goes and she's like, "Good morning, buddy. Time to get up." And she opens the dresser drawer, and he looks at her, and then he puts his paw up and he closes the dresser drawer with himself in it. I don't color in circles unless I'm coloring with colored pencils. I color with the shape of the body, however the body is shaped. So you'll see my brush stroke change when I do his hair, because it's in all of these different shapes. So I tend to color with the shape of the body. Never in circles with Copics, because what happens is you grab all of the darker color and you drag it into your highlight. And you really don't want to do that. So good question. Look at how much texture you can get on this paper. It's so cool. Hey, Jamie. Thank you. Sandy drew it, and the rest of the friends. For 10 a.m. or later. Milligan! Milligan's not a morning person either. She told me so in many lives. She was like, "Why do you go on at 10 o'clock in the morning? That's 9 o'clock in the morning for her." And she was like, "That, my friend, is way too early, especially on a weekend." So I'm trying the afternoon. The evening definitely does not work for my family. So I'm trying this funky time because, you know, it's an hour ago. Can't wait to get them. It's kind of a funky time, but I figured that's in between people doing stuff. So, like, if you're a churchgoer, I am on after church. If you're a sleep-inner, you should be awake by now. Okay, so I am just adding some shape to his face using the Sandy drawn lines. I used to say artist drawn lines, but Sandy's our artist, so I get to say Sandy drawn lines. And adding shadow to anywhere that there would be shadow. So around his muzzle, where his hand blocks the light. His hand is in front of his face as well. And then don't forget he has his little ears in here. They're easy to forget because of all that hair on his mane. You must have them all. Yes, they are so cute. And there's even a sticker that says squad goals that has all of them. And then sequins that's called Ruby Slipper. And then this really cool stencil that is called Weather Balloon because it has the hot air balloon and the tornado and clouds. And then we have this cool 3D poppy that goes with it. Like, just all the things. You just got up from a nap? Oh my goodness. Sometimes I think Sandy's narcoleptic, yeah, all because we'll be at a show and we'll be setting up and then we'll go back to the room and Sandy will fall asleep. Like, as I order dinner or whatever and we're waiting for dinner to come, we'll like turn on the TV or like surf on our phones or answer emails or whatever. Sometimes we even get to pull out our switches. She literally fall asleep waiting for dinner. It's crazy. I'm just jealous. I love that too. Okay. You'd be doing that too. That's why y'all, you stay up late and then that means you wake up late because y'all are taking naps in the middle of the day. Okay, like I said, I'm just jealous because I can't fall asleep like that. You don't have to have internet to play Disney on the Switch. But if you want to visit each other's island, which I think is now possible, I don't know, I haven't been playing it very much because for Christmas, Barry got me the Harry Potter game. And I'm just now getting into it. I really don't have time to play. So no, you don't have to have internet because I've played on the airplane before, Michelle. Oh my gosh, and I've been forgetting his ears. So no, you don't have to have internet, but eventually you'll have to upgrade your game, so you will have to like connect to the internet because there's updates and stuff for it. So you'll have to connect. See, April, right? 9 to 10 hours a night, no naps. If you don't nap, then you can sleep at night. But it takes a while to get your body there. Like, I used to work graveyard shift. And so it took a while for me to get my body to a point back where I was sleeping at night instead of sleeping during the day. It takes a couple months to get back to the swing. So you have to like commit to not taking naps for a couple of months and all of that stuff so that you can get your body back into a circadian rhythm that works. Yeah, you can totally play it. Just make sure you update it all before you go on your cruise. And then you can play the whole time you're on the cruise. And then when you get home, you'll connect to the internet again and it'll update it. 9 hours per night. Never have and used to never take naps. Yeah, I don't know that I sleep that much, but I do try to get 8 hours. And for the most part, I can. If I don't, Sandy knows, then I get susceptible to having seizures. So, I have to stay in a pretty rigid sleep routine. Otherwise, I get really susceptible to having seizures. When I'm at her house, oh my gosh, I stay up way too late. And we watch movies, and we craft, and then we crash. And I get all out of rhythm when I'm at her house. Totally worth it. Worth every moment. Okay, so E19, we're going to do the mane now. And I'm going to color this just like I would color hair. I'm better at doing brush strokes towards my body. And you'll see me curl these brush strokes around. Okay, now he has like a double mane on the sides. So I'm going to start over here. Hopefully I'm within the screen. I always forget that I have it like zoomed in. Yeah, it's rough, you guys, when you travel as much as Sandy and I do. You kind of get sleep whenever you can. No, we haven't, because we're waiting until we're together. That's going to be like our, what we watch in our hotel room. What platform is that on again, Michelle? So that we know. But yeah, we wanted something that we could watch in the hotel room together. So we're going to be watching that. We haven't been together. Yep, it's the sick thing. I was out of rhythm at the retreat last April, but I'm so thankful because that led to knowing what was wrong. Yes, true, April. Oh, it's Netflix. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, when you get out of your rhythm, it definitely throws you for a loop, especially if you're somebody who has chronic illness or autoimmune issues. It plays a big part in anxiety issues. Sleep is just so important. Actually, when you go to a personal trainer and stuff, one of the first things they ask is if you're getting enough sleep. So I'm curling these brush strokes around because this part of his mane is coming out from behind the other part. And anything that's overlapping, I'm going to use this color to create a shadow and create depth. I wonder where Cheryl is. My migraine doctor says sleep is key. Yes. Milligan, have you listened to True Crime Bullshit yet? All right. Okay, so we got that all roughed in. In Canada? What's in Canada? Couldn't remember the name. True Crime Bullshit. It is the serialized story of Israel Keys. Sandy or somebody, you should tag Cheryl, because I know she would want to see new release. Unless she's here and I just haven't seen her. Oh, and now I get it. Sorry, Milligan. I'm a little bit short here today. I'm always short, but a little bit slow. Har, har, har. Thank you. Texas has cedar, super high right now, cedar fever. Cedar fever. And when it is windy, it blows all this pollen everywhere. Blah. Abby and I were both sneezing fools yesterday. Yeah, you heard Archie. Yeah, I've been a sneezing fool for a few days. And it snowed here yesterday. But it's all gone. You would never know. Because it's like 50 degrees. Nope, it's 40 degrees. And super sunny outside. And there's no snow anywhere. Weird. Very weird Idaho weather. We actually got a considerable amount of snow this year. Which is kind of odd. There's Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. I know, right, Angela? I didn't know that you had popped in here either. Hi. Do you actually have like a weekend off? So crazy. It's a good weekend to have off, since this is definitely a release that's right up your alley. Okay. Oh my gosh, I did not even color his tail at all. And none of you said anything. Oh, you're working. Not shocking. I was more shocked that you were off work. Yes, we have online retreats and in-person retreats that we are planning for this year. So, stay tuned. That little growl bark. Yeah. I love that everybody knows everybody's dogs. That makes my heart happy. Like, we are such a family, this Sweet Sentiment crew. Yeah, we're working on dates. We're trying to figure it out. We will get there. We will let you all know. We had things pretty well scheduled, and then a couple of the shows, like the venues weren't available, I guess. So they had to like switch dates of the shows after they had published dates. And so that, of course, messed with what we had planned. So we kind of had to go back to the drawing board some. So we're confirming everything, we're figuring it all out, and then of course we will let you all know. But I'm glad you guys are looking forward to them. I know, hasn't Sandy done such a great job with her art? Can't forget his little eyebrows. So again, don't forget to order your t-shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops. I know I keep saying it a whole bunch, but it is literally your last chance this weekend to order them. We will not have another pre-order for them for, I don't know if we will this year, or, you know, like not until next year or before Christmas or whatever. But it's going to be a while. So, fair warning, a lot of you asked for the t-shirt and hoodie and tank top order. So, we put it out there for you guys. We hope that you take advantage of it, utilize it. The business that we're buying them from is a small business here in Idaho. It's two best friends, just like us. Just like Sandy and I, two real young guys. They were high school best friends, and they decided when they graduated to open up a business together. So they opened up a brand called Idaho Livin', and so they make all of our shirts and hoodies and tank tops and all of that. So we like supporting small business. Her process is, thanks Cheryl, is entirely digital. She used to do paper. Oh look, there she goes. We have a lot of I know it. We have a lot of Sandy art coming this year. A little bit of Jamie art, and by Jamie art I mean sentiments. And geometrics. And we have this cute other little artist. I say cute because she's like 19. Super young girl that's doing some backgrounds for us, because y'all asked for backgrounds. We're trying to give you what you want. This is RB34. Giving him a pink nose. I don't know, lions might not have pink noses, but this lion does. Yay, Cheryl! I was saying it this morning. There's also a podcast called Morbid that I listen to a lot, and they're a little bit more cheeky. They do silly, not in a disrespectful manner, but they definitely are not everybody's cup of tea. But it's two girls, an aunt and her niece, and on one of their episodes they talk about The Wizard of Oz, the movie. Our stamp sets are based on the books, but they talk about the movie and what all happened during the movie and what the actors were forced to go through during the movie. And it's pretty intense. So if you are looking for a good podcast to listen to while you're coloring this, I mean, kind of might bring you down in the dumps a little bit, because holy crikeys. But it's definitely interesting. Really interesting. So I highly recommend it. Oh my god, look at that lion. He is so cool. I love him. Okay. I'm gonna grab... I just ruined my washi tape that's on the end of my pen. There we go. Okay, so this is my Pear Blossom Press pen. Lightly tap it on the paper or use your finger to get it started. I'm going to add the extra little spot in his eye because it's kind of like anime eyes. And I love that. I'm going to add a highlight into the iris of his eye. Sorry if my head's in the way, I just had to get really close. I'm going to add some little highlights on the top of his nose. A little highlight on his lip. I don't know why, I just want to. Awesome. I think that's all I'm going to add. Okay. Now, I know y'all wanted me to do the poppy too. So we're gonna pull out the poppy. We're gonna do some poppy coloring. I have a piece of coloring paper. And I suppose I could zoom out for this portion. There you go. So I like to stamp about 5 of the petals. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp the center as well. That way. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it in black so that you can see it. You want to pounce with your stamp pad. You don't want to twist like that. No mouse today. I actually have big plans for the mouse. He's going to be on his own card. Ooh, that's beautiful. First stamp. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to spray water on my towel. This is just a microfiber towel. I got this one from Ink on 3, but they have them everywhere. I'm going to put this back because I don't need it anymore. I only need to stamp one of them. Let's see if your girl can fit 5 on here. I don't know, but I'm gonna try. Ooh, that startled me. Yeah, this paper takes ink so well, and it really leaves you with a vibrant color. I'm not using a lot of pressure on this. I just like to hold it. Grr. So pretty. Take out all my aggression on that espresso. Oh, homies, I think it's gonna fit. I can't get that one on there for sure. I think I'll put it there. I never re-ink my stamp pads, ever. I am terrible at that. I just buy a new stamp pad. So, look into my life. I don't re-ink. The only thing I re-ink is my Copics, because that would be way too expensive to be buying new Copics all the time. Okay, so poppies are actually quite easy to color, and you can make them in a very wide array of colors. So, you can color them with your oxide inks, you can color them with Copics, you can color them yellow, you can color them whatever you want to be. However, this one I'm going to color red. Yeah, I will give my old ink pads to Sandy so she can have them. So I'm going to come back to my color decks, and I'm going to grab an orangey red color. Ooh, I kind of like this salmon-y color. That's really pretty. Oh, look, it's called Poppy Red. It's meant to be. That's what we're doing. So let me grab another one of these. Oh, and it starts with Sandy's favorite red. Nope, not puppies. Puppies. Yes, they are orange there and bright yellow too. Right, Milligan? Placing my orders. So where do I find the sweet shirts? Type in clothing and see if it pops up. Or you could type in shirt and see if it pops up. There should be hoodies and tank tops and t-shirts. R02. Okay. And then for this part's usually like very, like for this style of poppy, it's really dark. If you're making this into a California poppy, you would fold these up. And so they're more of a bowl shape because California poppies kind of stay up. This is more of a Chinese poppy, so it stays down. It's also Year of the Dragon, y'all, so check that out. You can be coloring your poppies. Oh, Holly, you could bribe me. You just can't be in a hurry because it takes a long time to color them all. But now is the best time to bribe me for it because these are colored on our old paper, so I'm getting ready to color a brand new set for myself on our new paper. So as I color my new ones, the key is to always color your color cards on the paper that you're going to be using. Full set. All of them, all the things. Okay, so I'm going to use W's because these are generally very warm colored inside. It's a warm black. I don't know if you guys can hear my puppy in there, but he is in there begging for, oh my gosh, he's probably begging for dinner already, and it's 3 o'clock. And which means my husband's probably going to feed him, which means he's going to end up being super duper hungry. Hate it when he feeds him this early. Listen to me all complaining. But the dog knows. He knows that he can get to my husband, no problem. And he can sit there and bark at him. Yes, that is correct. I started with the E49 and then W8 and then W6 and then I will go back to another dark brown. Who's all going to be watching the Super Bowl this weekend? Should I be doing a live, or are y'all going to be watching the Super Bowl? I don't even know what time it's on because I will not be watching. I'm still angry at the NFL. Did you know that the Gothic 4 stamps looks like the Witch Castle? Oh, really? Yeah, you could make that your next coloring session. See, April, I don't either. See, right, Cheryl? I only watch a NASCAR, yes. Ooh, Sandy, I got to go see, my neighbor got a new sprint car. Well, okay, so he races dragsters and his dad races sprint cars. And he got a new sprint car a new dragster. And you'll never guess the colors of his new dragster. Holly, I'm going to throw you for a loop. I'm putting in E87, which is kind of a greenish based brown. to add texture. Hey Arch, did you sucker your dad out of dinner already? You broke your record. Yay! I'm watching the game. My husband is a Chiefs fan, and I am a 49ers fan, so this house is going to be loud. There you go. There you go. My entire family was 49ers fans growing up, so I totally get it. But I am a Rams fan. So, there you go. But I just don't watch the NFL anymore, so they got all political with all their stuff, and I mean, can't it just be sports? Why has it got to be all political? Just like certain coffee companies. Can't it just be coffee? Why has it got to be political? Drives me crazy. All right. There we go. So see, Holly, adding all those different colors in there with the dark brown, the grays, and then the greenish browns gives you so much depth and dimension. Okay, so now we're going to go to our reds. We're going to color these poppies. And since the center is going to cover the center of these, it's not a big deal. I don't have to worry about staying inside that line. I don't have to worry about anything with that. So again, I am better at coloring towards my body, so I'm going to come this direction. Light brush strokes. And these poppies color up quite quickly. Sandy did a fantastic job with the lines. So I'm going to turn this around so that I can add some of those lines in there so that there's dimension on the poppy. Trying to decide where I wanted to add the lines. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here. Now, you can get as detailed with these as you want. You don't have to. Y'all know me, I'm a little bit extra, so I like to add that extra stuff. I can get really deep into these poppies and color them like their clothing, like their skirts, and put all of the little nuances in here of the pleats and all that stuff. But I will not do that today since we're already an hour into this. And I have my parents coming over for dinner tonight. So and each petal you can color kind of differently, and that's going to give your poppy more dimension because then they won't look so uniform. What you cooking? I started with R46, and I am cooking a flank steak, a big old flank steak from a local farm here. We've had it marinating since yesterday. And cheesy broccoli. And probably homemade mac and cheese. But I'm not real sure. If we do homemade mac and cheese, then the broccoli will just be plain broccoli steamed. It won't be cheesy. But if we decide to do no mac and cheese, then we'll put cheese on the broccoli. So, yeah. So, if you guys are personal friends of mine, on my personal Facebook today, I just posted a video of my dad's aunt. She just turned 116. And they asked her what her secret to longevity is, and she said, other than having good genes, is red wine every night and keeping your nose out of everybody else's business. Mind your own business and red wine. So there you go. She's 116, so I'm going to say she probably knows. And up until a couple of years ago, she lived on her own. She was born in 1908. Crazy, huh? Uh-huh. She's the oldest living person in the United States right now and the second oldest person in the world. I'm sure she has some incredible stories. Yeah. I know, right, Michelle? What time should we be there? So you see how quickly these color up? Or at least I think so. So do you guys want me to finish these up and go ahead and put them together? Or would you like me to just finish this up and then tomorrow we can put the poppy together and make the card? Completely up to y'all. I don't know what y'all have going on. Oh. Yeah, she still has all her faculties. She's pretty sharp still. Yep. Like I said, she was living on her own up until a couple of years ago, so. At 89, she was giving commencement speeches at the local high school, so. Okay. I agree, Holly. So we'll finish coloring this, and then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll put the poppy together. We will make a cool card. We will have a whole bunch of Oztacular fun. I know, I can't imagine the change in the world that she has seen in her lifespan. I mean, think of 1908 and how things were in 1908, and think of 2024 and how drastically different things are. I mean, could you imagine the things that she has seen happen in her lifespan? I mean, cars, bread lines. you know, telephones, TVs, I mean, smartphones. And you gotta think, when she was in school, they didn't even have calculators. It's just amazing. Amazing to me to consider. I mean, because I think of like my dad, and he's 86, and I think of the differences in the world, like just since he was born. Going from agricultural to folks who won't put down a cell phone in 2 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But like, you know, my dad was born in the 30s, and just think of the difference between then and now, let alone 1908. Crazy. But anyways, yeah, you can watch, it's a really short news clip of her. She was on the ABC World News Tonight. She lives in this teeny tiny town in Northern California called Willits. And let me tell you, Willits is rural, very rural. It's very country. And she was born in Willits. Like, she's always lived there her whole life. And then from where I grew up in Northern California, Willits is about, I don't know, 20 miles-ish, give or take. Willits is also the town where the drummer from Green Day is at. He's from Willits. I know, right? You know, I don't know, because we're not, like, super close to her. Like, I've never actually met her. So, I don't really know. A whole lot about her. But I just think it's super cool. My dad has a lot of really cool connections. His half-sister used to be a singer for the King Sisters back in the day, way back in the day, in like the 30s and 40s. And she was best friends with Amelia Earhart, like really good friends with Amelia Earhart. And so we have like pictures in our attic of her, Anita, with Amelia Earhart that are signed. So my dad has some pretty cool. It's not my grandma, it's my dad's aunt. So my dad's dad was married twice, which is odd for those times. And so it's his aunt from his dad's, it's like his dad's sister. Yeah, that's how aunts work. Thanks, Holly. I figured since we were putting these together tomorrow that I could go a little bit more detailed on them than I was originally going to do. So I slowed down just a bit so that I could add a touch more detail. course, everybody says I color fast, so I don't see it. I don't see that I color fast. But Cheryl's not the only one that says I color fast. Sandy tells me I color fast too, but I think she colors faster than me. Hi, JPG. It is release day. Oh, JPG, I don't know if you know, but the pre-sale for the shirts and the t-shirts and hoodies and tank tops ends this weekend. So if you were interested in getting a t-shirt or a hoodie or anything like that, the pre-sale ends this weekend. Okay, I got one more to go. And then tomorrow I'll cut all this out and we will assemble the flower and we will make a card with the flower and the lion. I'm not lying. As long as you guys will be here. It sounds like Jamie's the only one watching the Super Bowl. So, Jamie, you can peek in, let us know how it's going. Who's singing the anthem and who's doing the halftime show? Anybody know that stuff? Sometimes that's all I watch. Yay! Usher's doing halftime. Okay. And who's doing the anthem? Not Usher. Oh, Jen, you crack me up. Hey, Jen, I was going to tell you, when you do the design team sign up, you don't have to write out your whole name. You can just write JPG. We know who you are. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. It's a time saver for you. You're just JPG. Anagrams you made were adorable. Oh, Reba McEntire. Well, that ought to be good then. My guess is she won't do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. She will sing it how it's supposed to be sung, yeah? Yeah, Milligan with RTO around the outside. RTO means registered time off, or JPEG. No, you're JPG. JPG who drinks SWB. I'm using this last color to just fill in any of the white spots. These poppies work great. You guys should totally have them. They work great for this year. It's the year of the dragon. So that's great for Chinese New Year. They are great for military, for remembrance. They are great for the Wizard of Oz that we just released. They are great for, I already said veterans cards. Just so many things. If you have friends who live in California, poppies are the state flower for California. So many things. I know, right? It's all about the commercials, right, Jamie? I'm totally with you. I would guess it would be more traditional, yes. I agree. So, there are our poppies. Here is our lion. And we are going to make cards tomorrow. So again, don't forget to pop over to the store, grab your poppy. This is from a previous release. Grab your Oz sets. Look, I'm just going to stack up my whole desk. Grab your ruby slipper sequins, which look like that. Grab your squad goals sticker. We have Dorothy and Toto. We have Scarecrow Brains. We have Courage of a Lion. And we have 10 Heart. And then, of course, you're going to want to grab your stencil, which is called Weather Balloon. And again, your t-shirts, hoodies, and tank tops, because this is the last time you will be able to pre-order them. And yes, I said pre-order because we will be shipping them to you later. So anyways, you guys, thanks for joining me today. I will see you all tomorrow at same time. Should I say same bat channel, same bat place? Anybody catch that reference? If you are so inclined, you can get your color cards. I use these today to color. Holly, send me a DM. And I will see you all tomorrow at 2 p.m. So thank you guys, and I will see you later. Toodles!